Coach Cam made this shit.
I'm Brenden Kron. This is Rex, and welcome to Jammin with Kron Rex. Did you know?
The Rock holds 2 world records.
I didn't know he had a world record.
I didn't know he. Dude, have you ever texted an older person and they text like a fucking caveman? My girlfriend's dad does that and is the funny... Fiance's dad does that and is the funniest shit in the fucking world. Yeah. Like, they still text like they're on limited, like, words per month or something. Yeah. I'm like, why do you talk like that? But, okay.
Me good.
I don't know he. Okay, so I'll read it word for word. The Rock holds 2 world records after, and this is on thethrillist.com. He holds 2 world records after briefly appearing as the Scorpion King in the 2001's The Mummy Returns. The Rock got his own spin-off movie and landed in the Guinness Book of World Records for his $5.5 million price tag, the highest pay for a first-time leading man. Because that's what I thought was crazy. I was like, no way, 5.5 million is the highest, you know. But for first time leading, they paid him 5.5 million.
Holy shit!
But what's cooler than having 1 world record, having 2? Well, yeah, no shit. So The Rock secured his place in history. It's ridiculous. This one's I seriously, you could have gave me like 20 guesses, and I may have gotten it, but. By setting a new world record for the most selfies taken in 3 minutes. It doesn't say the number, but trust me.
I mean, that seems like relatively easy. Because if you just hold the button, it just takes pictures.
Yeah.
So just hold it.
What if he did that with like 6 phones?
Maybe that's where it becomes impressive?
At the most, maybe it's like taken and posted?
I don't know.
But, yeah, I mean, he's a good-looking dude. I can imagine he's saving a lot of time by not being like, oh, man, my smile's a little fucked. Like, he's like, yeah, I don't, you know.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. At the London premiere of San Andreas, what important record will The Rock break next? And it says most cod eaten in a day, probably. I don't know how much cod The Rock eats. It's such a weird thing that they assume I know. How much cod are you eating in a day, man? That's like a lot of mercury, right? Or is that just tuna? Or is that just the shitty tuna I buy? I think I have mercury poisoning.
The Rock eats roughly 1,000 calories a day in cod alone.
Cod. He eats 1,000 cods a day.
He eats about 821 pounds of cod per year.
Per day.
He spends roughly $1,400 per year on cod. Stop, not a day.
Well, I know, but I legitimately thought that one was going to say how much time he spends eating cod.
1,400 minutes.
I legitimately... So, I've always wanted to know, like, what stat I'd want to know when I died. Like, how, like, say, if you took all of my shit and, like, what world monument could you build with all the shit that I've shat in my entire life? I want to know now how much time The Rock has spent in his life eating cod and how much cod it was. Because you're talking, like, in a year... He is destroying generations of cod. Dear Christ.
They're just gone.
I mean, dude, honestly, if I had that kind of money, I'd probably be eating cod left and right, too. I definitely wouldn't be getting fucking Starfresh tuna out of a mercury-covered packet, apparently. But yeah, goddamn. I mean, yeah, no shit. You could afford to eat all the goddamn cod you want if you're making... You know, The Rock money. I'm pretty sure he's the highest paid actor in Hollywood. I know he was a few years ago, but I don't really see anybody that would have. Honestly, Robert Downey Jr. may have took that. He's a bitch. Nah, he's cool.
Take your time out or no?
No.
Okay. Cod, like most types of fish, contain mercury.
See, why? How much mercury is he eating?
It says consuming cod in moderate amounts is safe.
How much? Can you please look up how much cod can you eat before it's like lethal? Why has nobody told the Rock he's in danger? This dude's dying of mercury poisoning in front of our fucking eyes. He eats 7 meals a day.
This can't be true. It says you can eat between 8 and 12 ounces of cod a week.
He's fucking dead. That's probably why he's bald. It just fucking zapped all of his hair. Dude, he eats 7... This list said he eats 7 meals a day. In the time it takes you to finish reading this article, The Rock will probably eat one of his many daily meals. It probably had cod in it. What? No.
Why does he eat so much cod?
And apparently this article is just like the forefront for like knowing how much cod this man eats. I didn't know he appeared in the 70s show. Look at him.
That's so good.
God damn. His original wrestling name was Flex Cavana. I love that.
I was going to try to figure out how much he's eating in a day. The calculations are starting to be so much. So, you can have 8 to 12 ounces.
Yes.
Okay? He eats 1,000 calories a day.
What does that even look like?
So, I was trying to
okay,
I was like,
okay.
all right, so I need...
Pull up a conversion chart.
So now
Calories to cod.
I'm like, how many calories does a cod have? 189 calories.
Okay. So he's eating like, what, like 5-6 cod a day?
That's, one fillet is 189 calories.
He is murdering 6 cod a day for his insane diet. Holy shit. I've tried to do those, like, obviously not as serious as The Rock. I don't hate fish that fucking much.
Yeah.
But, like, I've tried to do those things where, like, I eat, like multiple packs of tuna a day.
Yeah.
And I get fucking sick of it. Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine there's that many ways to cook cod.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just something he doesn't enjoy, but he deeply, deeply fucking hates cod.
He just hates him so much.
My father was murdered by a cod.
So, he's pretty much eating your weekly amount daily.
So, yeah, he's about to OD on mercury. Dear Christ. Is that the secret to looking like The Rock? Is
Mercury poisoning?
I mean, I'm not above it.
If I knew it worked,
Yeah.
If I knew the equivalent was there, I'm definitely doing it.
Yeah, if they was like scientists 100% say, like, this will make you look like The Rock. But if that also means you're bald... Like, don't get me wrong, if I was as big as The Rock, I'd be pretty happy.
If I look like The Rock...
Yeah, The Rock looks good bald.
Yeah.
I don't think me being buff and bald would be okay. It's weird, because he's a guy that's bald and doesn't have a beard.
Yeah.
And he looks great.
Yeah, and it doesn't look weird.
That's a weird combo.
It
Maybe
is.
it's because he's just such a masculine-looking dude that you're not questioning this guy, Like,
That's
oh, wow,
right.
you're bald like a naked mole rat. You're like, holy shit, you're jacked. He lost his virginity when he was 14 to an 18-year-old. 18-year-old. It was an 18-year-old cod. I'm sorry. That was a big fuck up. I'm gonna get The Rock canceled. So, in his New York Times best-selling memoir, The Rock says, that's hilarious. This dude is egotistical as shit
Yeah.
and hates cod.
Hates God.
I have to read that. I didn't know he had a memoir. It's crazy to have a memoir and you're not done.
No.
Like, he's not done. He's just like, fuck it, I'll write a memoir part 2.
Yeah, he's not the sequel to his memoir.
God damn, how many memoirs are you allowed to write? His
Almost
third
looked that
memoir,
up. I don't know
Revenge of the
why.
Cod.
I almost looked that up.
They just eventually stop you. Like, dude, no more memoirs. Johnson don't call him Johnson. Johnson describes his first sexual encounter in surprisingly candid detail. I've always been attracted to older women, and they've often reciprocated. He writes in the book that that's one of the many benefits of being an early bloomer, I guess. I lost my virginity to an 18-year-old girl named Maria. Maria was not merely an acquaintance or a conquest. She was, at the time, the love of my life. She was the one. That was kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not really.
I looked up who has the most memoirs, and it didn't.
I'm surprised ESPN doesn't have that stat. That sounds like a very ESPN Bleacher Report thing to have pulled up.
Yeah, I didn't find it though, so I was a little upset. Who has the longest memoir? 12 volume.
Holy shit! It's like Game of Thrones. God damn, whose is it? How many things have happened in this guy's life to where he's like, okay, no more crazy shit's happening now, so I have to write a memoir?
Could you attempt that first name? Casanova's his last name. Very easy.
Holy shit! That's the Casanova.
Yeah, but
that's where that fucking thing comes from.
Yeah.
He was just apparently just really good with his dick.
He wrote 42 books, but his masterpiece is his 12-volume memoir titled "The Story of My Life."
I mean, yeah, that's a pretty solid memoir name. I mean, it's literally what it is. God damn. Oh.
Hold
You
on.
know what?
You gonna look it up?
On October 31st, 1756, clearly this isn't about The Rock anymore, Casanova
We've moved on.
achieved a spectacular escape and made his way to Paris, where he introduced the lottery in 1750. How do you introduce the lottery? And that just doesn't sound like something you can introduce.
Yeah.
And made a financial reputation and name for himself among the aristocracy. Damn. So he was just a charming ass guy.
Yeah.
Is apparently his whole thing. But, yeah, holy shit. I didn't know this was going to turn into this. I didn't know any of the COD stuff.
I didn't either.
Well, because I briefly read that earlier, and then I saw the COD thing, and I was like, that's weird. I don't know why they throw COD in there out of nowhere. Because I know of The Rock's cheat days and shit. I've seen, his
pancake?
Yeah,
stack?
his stacks of pancakes, his, full-on sushi bar he'll have laid out, the pizzas. But I didn't know, so he has 7 meals a day, and at least 6 of them are COD related. What does he have room for?
More God.
They're kids.
I looked up the best memoir.
Yeah,
And isn't that kind of disrespectful?
Yeah, who just basically is the most interesting. Or you could look up the worst memoir.
Yeah. Alright, I'm looking that up.
So who has the worst memoir? Life in the point of view of Kawhi Leonard. Pretty goddamn boring. You remember that one video of, I think it was before the finals, and that Kawhi's teammate was trying to give him knuckles? And Kawhi Leonard just fucking stared at him and just goes points at the stadium, was basically hey, we're about to play a fucking game, knock it off.
The worst is apparently My Squirrel Days from Ellie Kemper.
Oh, she's the girl in The Office. That is, god damn, that's mean. She just has the worst life story.
I was about to say, that name actually sounds familiar.
Yeah, she's she plays the secretary in there.
Wow. She has the worst memoir.
I want to read it now.
I mean, yeah, I kind of want to read the best.
I'm assuming that just means it's probably written bad instead of just wow, I do not give a shit about this person's life.
This one says 18 cringeworthy books by celebrities. So I'm guessing it probably falls more into that.
Yeah, it's just probably not told well. Probably just, I don't know. I definitely don't see me writing a memoir anytime soon. I don't think anything crazy's happened for me to be I got some shit to tell you. I don't know. I just have small shit. I don't know. Something exciting going on in my life right now is I just got a bidet. And that's a pretty boring memoir chapter.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Is it?
Yeah, it's exactly what you think it is. It is just high pressured water going in your asshole.
Yeah,
it's pretty great. But so before we move on to the wheel, I was wanting to ask you, how are you doing on? I forgot what I was saying. On your New Year's resolutions.
So the Spanish.
Yes.
Today, so kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
But that
Spanish?
I mean, in general, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty weird.
How fast it is.
Oh yeah.
Isn't like?
Yeah, it's pretty intimidating.
I just think it's weird that like the language has to be spoken quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really intimidating just like listening to people who are fluent in Spanish talk because you're like, holy shit, that is a lot.
Yeah. The other weird thing about trying to learn a language is I don't know anyone who's bilingual. So I don't use it.
That's fair.
I just use an app once a day for maybe 5 minutes. If I'm doing horrible. It'll take me 5 minutes to finish a lesson.
Yeah.
And then I don't do it the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of odd because I'm not actually using it, so it always feels like I don't know it.
Can you spit out anything for us?
It doesn't teach you like
sentence. It's just
Yeah, it's kind of just like I don't know.
Like it teaches you how to say like, "Hi, my name is Brenden" and shit like that.
No, like it doesn't.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
what does it teach you?
Pretty much basics. Like I can like. It's more of right now. If like someone was speaking, I could be like, "Oh, they said shirt. They said like this color."
Yeah.
Like it's like I can pick up on these, and it does have like some phrases, but like they're not super useful. Like now, I just started like clothing, and that's why I said that one. But it's like I want to buy a shirt. Will be like one of them.
Yeah,
and it's just like I don't know.
So do you still feel like motivated to keep doing it, or is it kind of like discouraging that it? I mean, do you feel like you've made progress?
A little bit, yeah. Like I could listen to someone speak Spanish and be like, all right, I'm not just like, what the fuck?
But
like,
the ultimate goal is to be able to speak it, right?
Yeah, and I think eventually I'll get there.
How long? How long do you think that would take?
Easily a couple years. But I'm not in a rush. Like, I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
There's like it just seems like something cool to just have.
You'll need to learn it.
Well.
They're coming. They're coming, buddy. I'm gonna take this podcast right away from us. I would genuinely like to be able to understand Spanish because I am a very cynical person, and I definitely believe that like people know when other people aren't bilingual, and they will talk shit behind their backs because I would do that. Mm-hmm. Like if I knew 100% that other person didn't know what I was saying, and I was like with a buddy who spoke the same language as me, I'd probably do that.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm at 150 days in a row. By the way, as soon as I do the lesson today, I'll be at 150. I'm at 149 technically.
Hell yeah!
So pretty good. How are you doing with your books?
I'm 7 books ahead of schedule right now. Well, and I've modified it a bit to where I'm hopefully going to read 100 books by the end of the year. And I think I'm at like 48 books, working on my 49th. I'm actually reading the Song of Achilles right now. I'm super excited about that. I didn't know it was going to be as gay as it is. I mean, that's not a problem. I mean, he is like 13 years old in this book. But, like, back in those days, I mean, that was kind of like a legitimate man. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it's told really well. But I was starting to worry for a minute that it was turning into an erotica. And I was like, I don't want to read a fucking erotica. Mm-hmm. But I think my previous books have made me a little cynical about that because romance can be used in a really good way to like build characters, like show their connection and give them like meaning and like just give background on certain shit on why people do the things they do. But in the books I've read, it'll literally just be like 2 pages of an author being horny, and then it's never brought up again. It does nothing for the story. It develops nothing.
Yeah.
And then Stephen King will do it just weird reasons and be like, oh yeah, and then this 14-year-old girl's supple tits fell out, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't have to say that, man. And it does nothing for the story. Me knowing that 14-year-old suppleness of her boobs, it doesn't help the book at all. It really does. I mean, I don't know. If you want to make the audience uncomfortable, that might be a good way to do it. Yeah. That's not the way I want to be uncomfortable while reading, but yeah, it can actually be used in a good way, and I just feel like this author is doing it the right way. So yeah, this book's been kicking ass so far.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's your favorite so far?
What, book?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I would still say Misery.
Yeah.
Misery is still probably the GOAT for me. Misery's up there. Pretty Girls is up there. The Troop is up there. Honestly, this book's probably going to be up there. It just kicks ass.
Yeah.
Also, another one of my goals was memory retention.
Oh, yeah.
And so I've been using that Lumosity app and shit. And I don't know if it's just something that they just sent to, like, everybody who has Lumosity, make them feel a little bit better, you know, kind of like a participation trophy.
Yeah.
But they actually sent me a thing saying that I was, like, in the top 90th percentile of Lumosity users.
Wow. And
they said they actually wanted me to, I don't know what the event's called, but, like, compete in an event for Lumosity.
Are you going to?
I don't know. I was thinking, like, why not? Because I think it's just something you do over your phone. It's not like I got to go somewhere. But, yeah, I mean, I'm like, that sounds cool. I mean, worst case scenario, I fucking bomb. But, like, I mean, I don't know. That's still kind of cool to just be, they're like, hey, you remember shit pretty well. We want you to be in competitive memory. So, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how it's going to be. But, yeah, I think I might actually do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah.
What words do you know in Spanish? Like, do you know, like, weird shit, like any animal names or, like... Oh, okay.
No. So... Hold on, I'll load it up real quick. And I'll just tell you the subjects that I've covered. I know basics is on there.
Yeah.
Which is, like, hello. And then it's phrases, travel, restaurant, family... Then it gives you a spot for bonus, and one of the bonuses was flirting. And I was like, that sounds fun as hell.
I wish you could just do that.
Like, it goes from like, hola, and I'm like, hola, and then it was like full phrases of like, hey, let's
Poppy.
It was like, hey, let's go somewhere a little more quiet, and it's that whole phrase, and then it's just like repeated back, and it was like, you pass, and I'm like, I didn't learn shit. Like I said, I have no clue. And then shopping is where I'm at now, and then press tense.
Yeah.
The jump on that one was so ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pretty alarming if one of the first phrases you learn in Spanish is asking someone to go somewhere alone. So, hey, do you speak Spanish? Like, hola. I don't know how you say, like, my name is Brent. I think it's like, I don't know. It's like, hola, my name's Brenden. Do you want to go somewhere a little more quiet? It's like, what?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this one's actually going to be, like, really fun to learn. And it was just so much crazier than I expected it to be. And I was like, why is everything else, like, very basic little steps? And then it was just... here's expert level. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Well, that's what was wild about, like, taking, German classes, because not only did you have to learn an entirely different language, but their sentence structure is totally ass backwards from ours.
Yeah. The biggest problem that I've had is it makes you spell out, like, if you're going to write it.
Yeah.
I can't spell where the fuck anything in Spanish.
Yeah.
And, like, one thing is, like, if you say, like, I eat or you eat, it's completely different. It's yo, vavo, and...
Don't they have, like, feminine and like, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So, like, I'm learning one word 3 different ways because it's the way that you use it in a sentence is different, and it's spelled different. it's pronounced different, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's what's like. So I'm like, I don't really fucking know shit because I'm learning 3 words 100 different ways.
With all this said, apparently English is still the hardest language to learn.
English is so stupid.
It really is stupid. I'm glad I was born with it, but it legitimately does not make sense. Like read and read. Mm-hmm. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
And what about the color red?
Yeah.
It's really ridiculous, dude.
Lasagna. There's a G just hanging out.
Props to Lil Wayne.
I know.
I will never. I'm not really spelling the word lasagna that much, but I don't know. It's like kind of how Gwen Stefani changed how I think of how to spell the word banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The word baloney.
Yeah, that's bullshit. God damn it! I could have said that's baloney.
Yeah.
One more.
Okay.
Song of the week.
Oh.
Before we get too carried away.
I finally quit listening to only 2 artists.
Well, that's too bad. One of them's going to be mentioned in mine. So.
Yeah, I figured. It was really close. It was like Monday through Wednesday. I was like, it's for sure still going to be a Harry Styles song. But Costa Rica by Dreamville.
Oh, okay.
Don't know why, but I was like, I want to hear this.
That's a fun-ass song.
It's just so good.
It is. It's a really fun song.
Yeah, so I've been jamming out to it this week. What's yours? And which Harry Styles song is it?
It's Future.
Oh.
Massaging Me.
Fuck, I love that song.
I love that song. God damn, it's so good. Holy shit.
At this point, we should just...
Start a fan club?
Yeah, and just finish out the album.
Yeah, we're pretty damn close.
Yeah.
There's only like 3 songs I would probably never make my song of the week that's on the Future album. But, I mean, other than that, yeah, they're all up for contention. Yeah. All right, so let's go into it. God damn. That is one spinning ass wheel.
What we got?
It go. So, I've been watching a lot of videos about just like more so NBA related people talking about who they think's the GOAT, why they think that, and I remember we've had one of these episodes before. I think it was like right when the Last Dance documentary dropped, and it kind of changed some things.
Yeah, for sure.
Who are you landing on is the best of all time?
So, I actually like I like when people are just like, look, you shouldn't compare them. I think that there's GOATs of the generation.
Yeah, it's hard to compare, especially different positions.
I think that's the best answer. But it's not the most fun answer.
No, it's not. It's definitely the most boring. It's the answer you should give if you're an NBA player and they ask you if they think you're the best of all time. Yes. Like, that's the answer Jordan gave. He's like, it's really hard to compare. He's like, I never played with people like Wilt. It's almost impossible to do because the debate will never end, no matter what happens. Having said that.
But that's not, that's not what I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
We're going to go with the more fun. I think for my entire life, I've always said it's LeBron.
Yes.
Watching, like, as soon as I seen LeBron play,
I
was like, this dude is the best I've ever seen. Then I discovered how because I knew of Jordan.
Yeah. But, everybody does. You're pretty much born with that.
Yeah. And so I finally, The Last Dance really made me stop just being a hater of Michael Jordan and make me actually think, like, oh, he's actually good.
Well, and the problem with that is because I was, I had that same belief, but anytime somebody had a counterpoint to me saying that LeBron was the greatest, the only thing that they would say was the 6 finals.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, that's a solid argument, but that's all you got. And they're just like, it comes off very just kind of ignorant. Like, it comes off as one of those mindsets of just like, no, there's legitimately nothing you can say, and there's nobody that will ever exist that will ever be better than Jordan. Like, no matter what they do. And you're just like, well, what the fuck's the point of having this conversation?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. That's your hero. That's your era. So you're probably going to be a little bit more defensive. But, I mean, you can't just be that stubborn on it, and expect me to have, like, a regular conversation with you about it.
Yeah. And then the one that I probably should watch a little bit more on is Kareem.
Yeah.
he's talked about as a GOAT, and I kind of think of him as just good.
Yeah.
Like a great player.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah, but I don't think of him
Super
as the GOAT. But he could easily be. And then the newest one that has been introduced to me is Wilt. Wilt is now...
Ironically, because he's like one of the oldest people in basketball history.
And I think that's why it makes sense that he's the newest to be introduced to me, is just...
I mean, you're limited on the clips you see from him.
Yes.
A lot of it wasn't televised. The only reason we even know of the 100-point game is because there happened to be a photographer there to take a picture of him holding that to prove it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're very limited at stuff. Like, I don't know how good Oscar Robertson was.
Yeah, he's another one that I would say is...
I don't know how good Jerry West was.
Yeah.
I don't believe Bob Cousy was that good. I don't know why I'm so stuck on that one, but I don't believe Bob Cousy was that good. I don't care what I see, but...
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I mean, he has to be. Yeah.
But that's it. I don't think he's a GOAT.
Yeah, I've seen videos of him like dribbling, and it looks horrible.
Yeah,
like I would pick his fucking pocket every single chance.
Yes. Then you have like GOATs in position. Like
yes.
Duncan.
Yeah.
Magic. But I don't think of them as like the definitive GOAT.
To me, like per position, I think the center is the hardest one to get down to. Like to me, it comes down to like 3-4 people.
Yeah,
it's definitely Wilt, Kareem, Shaq.
Yes,
and I mean, I hate you. Got to throw Bill Russell in there.
Yeah,
he has to be in the conversation.
Yeah, but then it's like power forward. 99% of people would be like Tim Duncan. Most people are agreeing.
Yeah, there's a good argument for like Karl Malone, Dirk Nowitzki, but yeah, I'd say Tim.
Small forward, it's LeBron.
It's LeBron. Yeah.
Shooting guard, I was going to say Kobe. It's Jordan. I don't know.
It just sounds right, but yeah, it's Jordan.
It's Jordan, and then point guard, it's Magic now.
For now,
and then now it's getting really, really close to being Curry, if it's not already.
Well, you're talking influence of the game too. I mean. I think it's not easily, but I think we're definitely going to see Curry. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because I feel like people aren't looked upon like that until their careers have been over for a minute, and then people will start being like, "Man, I don't know. I think Curry actually might be better."
Yeah,
but yeah, for now we'll say Magic.
But if there's one answer that if you say it, I'll never agree with you. I'll never talk basketball with you again.
Larry Bird.
Because you're racist. And that's Larry Bird. Don't ever tell me Larry Bird's the GOAT.
The best of all time. Jason Williams. Klay Thompson?
Okay.
What is he? I know that sounds horrible to say, but what other shooting guard? What's a white shooting guard? Tyler Hero? Tyler Hero. JJ Redick. Best shooting guard of all time. Larry Bird. Dirk Nowitzki, Brad Miller.
Big country.
Big country. That is the 5 greatest players of all time. I'll fight anybody over that. But no, but yeah, to me the center is the hardest one to like really narrow down. Because I think there's good arguments for any. Like it's honestly, it really might be Kareem. Kareem genuinely might be the best center of all time.
So you're...
I mean, you're talking a dude who has the longevity, the stats. I mean, just overall, I mean, he was pretty perfect as far as centers are concerned. Yeah. I mean...
You have that, and you're comparing that...
You're talking his college career, too, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been solid his entire career.
Yeah. You're comparing that to Wilt, who is definitely the most dominant player ever.
There's a good argument for Shaq too, like physically.
And then I was going to say Shaq, who is known as the most dominant player ever.
Yeah.
And then you have Bill Russell, who is the most winning player ever.
Yeah. He won 11 championships out of his 13 seasons, and he was injured in those 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Like, not entirely, but like in the playoffs, he missed. So, I mean, you're talking a dude that could have went 13 for 13, and he played against 2 of the other people on the list and beat them to get those titles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's hard to count Bill out. There's I don't know. I mean, I would still say Jordan's the best player of all time, though.
I still say LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think... Well, I don't think. He's going to be the player who scored the most points ever.
Yeah.
Well, where's he going to rank in assists? Top 5?
Yeah.
Top 5 in assists. I mean, he's just going to be the best at
like overall,
everything.
Statistically overall.
Yeah, statistically overall, he will be in the pretty much the top 5 in everything. And the awards that went to Jordan, almost all of them probably could have went to LeBron as well. Like Defensive Player of the Year, LeBron could have won.
I don't know.
There's some years that he should have won.
Yeah.
MVP, he should have won it.
Jordan's been snubbed too, though.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Every player that dominant's been snubbed before. Because they just can't give the award to the same person every year.
Yeah.
But
for whatever reason.
Yeah. But something I thought of recently, and like what hurts people like Kareem or Tim Duncan as them being underrated, and not to sound mean, but I think that's because nobody's watching their highlights. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think anybody really understands how good Tim Duncan was or will going into the future, because nobody's looking up Tim Duncan highlights. Yeah. But if you go and look up like Vince Carter highlights, you genuinely might be convinced that he's one of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah, he's definitely like the most exciting.
Like, because you just watching, you're like, how could somebody stop that? But then you see Tim Duncan do a solid post move, and you're like, oh wow. That was exciting. But, yeah, I think that just hurts people like them. Like, Kareem in his later year, he was pretty much known as, like, a solid post player, a good mid-range shot, good at the free throw line. But, like, it wasn't exciting. I mean, solid on defense, too. I mean, the dude was a pretty perfect center. But, yeah, it wasn't an exciting later years, which helped him maintain that longevity to become the scoring leader. I mean, it's just, you have to do shit like that. Yeah. Like, that's what causes that shit. That's why Vince Carter's not on any list, because he fucking broke down his own body. Yeah. But Tim Duncan and Kareem have longevity to their name.
So, what makes you... Because, I mean, I said why I think LeBron over Jordan. What makes you think Jordan over LeBron? Because I'm assuming that you're two?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's got to be.
Yeah.
But, to me, Jordan... Dude, the back-to-back three-peats are crazy. A single three-peat is wild. Yeah. I think individually, when you look at it, I think some of the obstacles that LeBron's overcame, like obviously the comeback against the Warriors. Richard Jefferson had LeBron on his show for an episode, and Richard Jefferson asked him if he could tell like the audience what he said after, because Richard Jefferson said right after the series was over, he's like, I saw you saying something to yourself, and he's like, I was just wanting to see if you would share that with people. And apparently after that happened, LeBron said like he looked down and he said, that's what did it, you're the greatest. And I was like that gave me chills. Like, I was like, that's a crazy moment, because he said he never really gave himself that. And he's like, I know no matter what I do, it's not going to settle the debate. He's like, I'm not even looking to settle the debate. He's like, I don't really care. But he's like, it's not going to change anything. There's never going to be like one person. But he was like, after that, I just felt like that was one of the biggest accomplishments in sports. Yeah. Like, nobody's ever done that. And that was the team that is supposed to be the greatest team of all time. Yeah. I mean, record-wise, that is the greatest team of all time. Yeah. And LeBron with a pretty solid team.
It was like an okay team.
Yeah, I mean, he had coming out of his prime Kevin Love, which was still good. Yeah. That Kevin Love was still really good. I don't want to underplay that, but when he was in Minnesota, he was racking like 30 rebounds some games, which I legitimately did not know people still did. Like, I thought that was a thing that like Wilt Chamberlain did, and like nobody else has really done that. He had Kyrie Irving, which, I mean, solid as you can fucking get when it comes to point guard. Yeah. a pretty unreliable J.R. Smith. I love the shit out of J.R. Smith, but pretty unreliable Amon Shumpert. And at the time, decent Tristan Thompson. A pretty average Timothy Mozgov. So, yeah, I mean, you're pretty much talking LeBron, Kyrie, and half of Kevin Love. I'll say 3/4 of Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Versus 4 out of 5 starters were all-stars?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking crazy.
That team is so ridiculous. That's one of the... I mean, that is probably the best team I've ever seen. I mean, they showed...
on paper, that is like... You look at that lineup and you're like, holy shit, how could they lose a game?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just... They really don't have a weak spot unless you had someone like Shaq on the other team. But other than that, I mean, there's not an area that any one of them couldn't guard, or at least on the ball. I mean, you get LeBron posting up Steph in the paint, it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, as solid as it fucking gets. But I don't know. It's just Jordan staying with one team, I think, really helps.
Really?
Yeah, because not that I'm saying like getting out of a situation, because I have been a really big advocate for Damian Lillard getting the fuck out of Portland.
Please.
I think literally everybody except people in Portland and Damian Lillard want him to leave Portland. It's wild that he just wants to stay there. But I think him staying with one team helps. Like, that's what I always think is cool about, like, the Tim Duncans, Kobe's, Dirks, is that they stuck it out with that team. But they also had a franchise that was wanting to help them.
Yeah.
Like, LeBron stayed with the Cavaliers pretty much for as long as he could, and they gave him, like, a 40-something-year-old Shaq. And it was like, there you go. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
It's like, fine, I'll drag him to the finals too, Like, it's just... So, obviously it's different circumstances, but I don't know. Jordan's defensive accolades are fucking wild. I mean, I don't know. It's just hard for me to say that LeBron's better. Well, especially I don't know. Who knows when it's all said and done and LeBron has the scoring title and every single season he is the oldest person to do the shit that he's doing.
Yeah.
And he's not even the scoring leader yet. So, I mean, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. The dude is just so crazy. And something that I didn't realize, Jordan, obviously, he made the All-Stars his rookie year. He was Rookie of the Year. He played very well. But they were still able to get people like Scottie Pippen.
That was a few years down the road, though.
It was. I think, because in his second or third year, he got hurt, and then he missed a shit ton of games. They had a bad record.
Yeah, I think it's like something like 60 games.
Yeah, something like that. And then they were able to get some good draft picks. And then they were obviously able to bring in people like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
The true GOAT. But something that I didn't realize, LeBron played so well and healthy that they never got a good draft pick. He came back to Cleveland when they did have.
Yeah, that was honestly their detriment.
Yeah,
because that's how Cleveland was finally able to get Kyrie.
And then whenever he returned, he was able to win the championship with Kyrie.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird thing that LeBron was too good to make them.
Well, ain't too healthy.
Yeah,
like they was able to get shitty draft picks in the Bulls because Jordan got hurt.
Yeah.
And
and their scouting was just better.
Yeah, and their scouting was just better. The Cavs legitimately did not try. They didn't try to trade away for anybody. I mean, it was pretty piss poor.
And I think another thing that really helps LeBron, in my opinion, is the difference of LeBron leaving Cleveland, Jordan leaving the Bulls.
Yeah.
When Jordan left the Bulls, they made the playoffs. When LeBron left Cleveland, they had the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
It just shows like how much worse the teams were with them.
Yeah. They couldn't make it in the playoffs, though, without Jordan. I mean, they made it to the playoffs. They literally made it to the playoffs, but, like, they couldn't make it through the playoffs without him.
And I mean, that's the equivalent to the Heat team. Like,
Yeah.
they were making it to the playoffs. And I think they did. The year before LeBron went, they got bounced the first round, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Yeah.
that's the equivalent. Like, that super team that he joined is equivalent to the team, other than they also added Chris Bosh. But, I mean, that's kind of equivalent to the level of team that Jordan had for his later career, his 6 championships, really.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if LeBron stays on that Heat team, I think he easily gets... I think, maybe not easily, but I think he gets 6 rings. If that...
I don't know.
Wade's a bit...
Wade started kind
Yeah.
of declining after. Chris Bosh definitely fucking declined after. I mean...
Hold on. Don't forget. He was...
Yeah, decline is
have
probably a bad way of putting it. He almost fucking died.
Yeah. He did almost die, but he still had one of the most important plays in the entire...
Legitimately in the finals history. That is like one
Yeah.
of the best plays in finals history. That sequence
He
is...
gets the rebound and the assist to win the game and a block to, like, really win the game.
Do you know what led to that rebound? LeBron's fucking horrific miss.
Oh, yeah, it's a brick. It's a
bad miss.
Yeah.
So it went from... I mean, you're talking something that probably could have really hurt LeBron's legacy to Chris Bosh saving that, and that's kind of just a footnote now. I'm just like, damn, LeBron missed that pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like,
It's crazy to think how fucking bad LeBron was a three-point shooter.
yeah.
Because he's gotten so much better at it.
Well, he's had to. He's getting older.
Yeah.
That's, a pretty solid, you'll just see him doing the thing.
The worst fake I've ever seen.
Oh my, it gets
that
him
works.
every time.
Yeah, it works every time. They both have one of the best plays I've ever seen, obviously. They're the best players. Jordan, when I think of like one of the best plays ever, I think of the pump fake.
God, that is so crazy.
The palming pump fake. With LeBron, I think of 2. I think of the behind the back, in between the legs of the defender that he cut through. Of the 2 of them, I was like, and then his assist.
Oh, yeah, his
palming assist is crazy, too.
God damn. Yeah, it was something watching LeBron in the Eastern Conference growing up. Like him playing against Gilbert Arenas, him playing against Dwight Howard, him playing against the fucking Pistons. I mean, dude, the East was pretty stacked back in the day, and he dicked them every year until the Celtics came along.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the video of DeMar talking about their entire season's game plan was just beat LeBron?
Yeah, I can imagine that was the East.
Yeah.
They're like, if you beat LeBron, you're making it to the finals, like almost guaranteed.
That's what he said. He was like, we were easily the best team in the East. We just had to beat LeBron, and he goes, I think we win. I'm pretty sure. He goes, I think we win the championship. Like,
you just got to get past LeBron,
and then they couldn't.
I mean, that's honestly a lot of people back in Jordan's day. Like, I mean, look at how many people Jordan kept from getting titles. Barkley doesn't have a title. John Stockton, Karl Malone doesn't have a title because of him. I mean, you're talking people, I don't know, you're talking crazy, legendary people, top 5s in each of their positions that just will never have a ring because of Jordan.
Yeah.
Because 6 out of the 10 years up from the 90s to the 2000s era, he won a ring.
Yeah. I think what honestly made me go from a Jordan hater to being like, I respect him.
Yeah.
He's still not one of my favorite players ever, but I really, really like him now.
Yeah.
Is he kept Karl Malone from getting the ring. Once I found out Karl Malone was a piece of shit, him keeping Karl Malone from ever winning a ring.
That was so fucking wild when I found out he was a piece of shit. Because because I got on Twitter and people was like, "Oh, Karl Malone got on that bus thinking it was like a middle school's bus," and I was like, why would he think that? Yeah. And then I Googled it, and I was like, oh no. Oh, God. 14 years old? I'm like, oh, shit, Karl.
Yeah, because all I knew was he's a good basketball player that I didn't like. I was like, I just kind of...
Oh, you didn't like him? I like the mailman. That's a cool-ass fucking name for a dude who dunks all the time.
Yeah. I didn't, hate him, but I was just like, he's kind of just a Jazz player. I just don't give a fuck about the Jazz.
Yeah, I get that.
And then I found out I do hate him. And really
Like,
really made Jordan a lot better.
Yeah, like, I didn't know that's why I hated him.
Yeah.
I knew I did, but there was something else I was going to throw in there. But
something I think that was really funny is when The Last Dance happened, I said I still think LeBron is better.
Yeah.
As soon as I said that, a Jordan poster was hung up right over my desk in here.
Now he stares daggers at you every single day.
The Jordan poster that I have to recreate one day.
I can't wait for that one over there. What's with the one that's kind of just his head floating? I don't think I've ever noticed that. It looks like he's just kind of like drunk staring at Jordan dunking.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this?
I think what made me respect Jordan more was understanding the behind-the-scenes shit of how bad Jerry Krause was and how much was going against that team from their own front office and them still pushing out the numbers that they did.
Yeah.
Like, their relationship with Phil Jackson, all the shit going on behind the scenes, like, I think that made me respect him a lot more, that he was able to keep composed and that he was so good that the front office was getting mad about the attention they were getting. Like, a team they're profiting off of. But Jordan was so good, and I don't know, just how big an effect he had where, like, he could go literally, and still can go literally anywhere in the world, and it's almost worthy of a parade. You know, they're like, holy shit, Jordan's in town.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, the tagline of, like, Mike, his fucking shoes being way better than LeBron's. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some LeBron lines that I fucking love.
And there are some Jordans that I hate.
Yes, but
come on.
Jordans are overall fucking better.
I wish LeBron would have done something like Jordan's shoe. But I guess...
What else are you going to do?
Yeah, like he just signed a $1 billion deal to Nike and was just like, sure, just make shoes. Like,
yeah.
We don't really give a fuck.
At least they're not like, I don't know, Paul George has some ugly-ass shoes.
I think every player who has a shoe deal, who has multiple, have bad ones.
Well, yeah, you kind of have to at some point. But Jordan's really didn't start getting bad until, like, they were, like, at the, like, what, like, 14s or 15s, maybe?
For a long time, I hated bulky shoes. So I actually didn't like a lot of Jordans for a long time. And I was also a Jordan hater, so it kind of went...
I actually like a decent amount of Kobe shoes, though.
Same.
Like, I think I actually like more Kobe's than Jordan's. Like, I like Jordan shoes more, but I like more Kobe's shoes. I fucking love those tall ones. The fucking boot-looking ones. I love those.
They were the most, like, unique-looking shoe I've seen in so fucking long.
I love those.
Yeah, I remember all the hate, and I was like, I kind of like them.
I remember all the hate that the LeBron 10s got. The one with the backwards swoosh.
Yeah.
I remember that was, like, controversial.
Yeah.
I loved... They had a Miami Dolphins colorway, and it was so fucking beautiful. The orange and teal.
I loved it.
Holy shit.
I'm trying to look up every Jordan. Just every person named Jordan. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, they'll suck dick.
Yeah. Is this rank 34? They're the 25s? Or what are we... I believe that is so. Yeah,
Ugh.
these are ass.
Yeah, those are ass.
So I'm assuming these are 2010, but I'm assuming the Jordan 25s.
Those look like those could be like Shaq's.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Wade had a pair of shoes that were similar to this.
Linnings. Yeah, he has a deal with Linnings, which I like just because it's unique. I think him and Klay Thompson are like two of the only people I've ever heard of being with him. Like Kawhi being with New Balance is fucking weird, but it makes sense.
It works
Kawhi.
now. Like now the New Balance is kind of getting cool.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the 2012 Jordan 27s.
Yeah.
I don't think they're inherently like
they're
horrible.
bad looking.
They're just they look basic. Like if you take off the Jordan logo, they look like your like 2K generic shoe.
Yeah. Those are weird.
Jordan 15s are weird.
I like them though. I like the weirdness of them, like the tongue sticking out like that.
Yeah.
Those just suck.
Yep. Jordan 24s.
Yeah, boring as shit.
What the hell is this little diamond doing?
I don't know. Ugly. That's fucking, like, viciously ugly.
I think I really liked these when they dropped.
Wow.
Just because they're weird.
Yeah, but they're not.
They're like
boring, though.
Yeah, they're not unique either. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But these are the Jordan 26s.
Man, those suck.
They suck.
I actually like those.
Really?
It looks like it has a mask over it.
It does.
I like that.
I just don't like...
Yeah, the other part?
I hate the front
the
of the
toe
shoe.
of it.
It looks, I don't know, like shit. Jordan 22s.
It's bad and boring.
Not good.
I love those.
Jordan 28s? This was the...
why not? I think those are like Russell's. Like, whenever Russell got into Jordan. Like, I think that's what he opened up with, and I love those.
This is the elephant print that was way overused.
Yeah. Yeah, that was everywhere. You saw every fucking scumbag at school had, like, elephant print, like, backpack or socks.
Jordan, like, I don't know if it was just the Jordan brand or if it was Nike and Jordan, but whatever it was.
I remember it being, like, almost specifically Jordan.
Anything that had a Jordan logo on it had the elephant print, and I was
fucking snapbacks and
everything.
Oh my god, that era sucked. The era of fucking elephant print on everything. What a fucking like sleazy era of design.
Just elephant print everything.
God, well, I think we just recently got out of the era where there was a little embroidered rose on everything. And it was just like, wow, that's high fashion. Yeah. And it would just be a plain hat with one embroidered rose. And like, wow, that's art.
This, I don't think it was around the same era, but I love the tennis shoes for basketball and football. I haven't too. They were just like, let's make them super high tops out of nowhere.
I loved it.
I did too. I don't know why I liked it so much. This is the Jordan 21s.
I kind of like the suede.
I like these.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
But
the colorway could be better because to me that looks like you're walking into like a sleazy guy's house in the 70s who has like a VHS porn collection.
Yeah, all red suede. I just like all red shoes.
I do too.
This is the Jordan 20s.
I actually don't mind those.
There's some things I like. There's some things I hate. I actually like the strap.
Yes.
I like the space.
Yes.
I think that looks cool. Yep. I hate the toe.
Yeah, the toe's horrible.
It's so shiny.
Yeah.
And then they look bulky for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, if they fix those two things, like that I actually really like those.
Yeah. Then we got the Jordan 30s.
30s? God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like those.
This is ranked 24th. I think these should be ranked way lower.
Yeah.
23. These are the Jordan 23s. How do they not go so hard for the Jordan 23s?
I know, you would think that would be like, I don't know, you would think they'd ball the fuck out for that.
I had a pair of black and gold ones. Loved them. Absolutely loved the shoe. I don't now. I think they're ugly as shit now, but I loved them then.
Do you like... I want to see where on this list you would rank John Wall's Zig Techs.
Okay.
I want to see like what shoes you think better. So obviously... I think they beat out like every shoe except like two on here for me so far.
Yeah, maybe the high top's in a different color than what we've seen. But so far, I'll take the Zig Techs over all of these.
No.
Jordan 17?
Not a fucking chance.
Ugly.
No.
Ugly as hell. Jordan 18?
No, they're ugly. I like the uniqueness, but yeah, it just looks like a shoe that has a tarp on it.
Yeah. This is a shoe with a tarp.
That is the tarp.
That's Jordan 16s.
Yeah, I don't really like those.
I don't either. The Jordan 2s.
Boring. Those are so
these.
boring, dude. Yeah, they're just, those look like the 2K generic shoes.
Yeah, but this was when he was thinking, this is when Jordan said he hated these so bad he was going to leave, right?
Yeah, I think he broke his foot in those.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is when Jordan said, I'm going to Adidas. And then they came out with the Jordan 3s that we'll see a lot later.
Yeah.
Jordan 33s.
Oh my god, those look like casual shoes.
These are fucking hideous.
Those don't even look like they're supposed to be worn in basketball.
They're not. They can't be.
I remember I have a pair of the Jordan like Futures, and they're like the sock shoes. Like whenever that first started becoming a thing, it has legitimately no support around it. Like, you can just smash the entire shoe, and it's like sock knitting material.
Yeah, I love that.
It is, like, well, because I saw Russell Westbrook wearing it in a game, and I was like, that is fucking scary.
Yeah.
Like, there is zero support anywhere on that shoe.
Yeah. All right, ranked 17 is the Jordan 29s.
That's kind of just... That doesn't look like that should be an entire shoe line. That looks like that should be a custom shoe.
Yeah, this looks fake. It looks like a custom shoe.
Yeah.
All right, then we got the Jordan 31s.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Don't like them. I'm taking the zig tags off of everything so far.
Yeah, I'm still going.
Rank 15, Jordan 32s. I didn't realize I didn't like as many Jordans as I...
Yeah, no shit.
But they have...
I didn't realize there's a 33.
Yeah. But they are... Jordans do have my second or third favorite shoe ever. So...
What is it?
The ones.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan 34s.
I didn't know there was 34s.
Ugly.
Yeah.
What is this?
How is this ranked so high?
These are ugly as hell. All right.
Yep, now we're getting into good territory.
Okay, now...
The Jordan 9s,
Jordan
I
9s.
like those a lot.
I
The
do
Kilroy colorway with... I know, not my favorite name. but the red, black, and gray.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. I think that's what did it for these. Because I don't think inherently
Yeah.
they're great, but the way that they separated the color, I think, just goes hard.
Arguably my favorite shoe of all time is the Jordan 8s.
Really?
They have one of my favorite colorways ever, and it's the Bugs Bunnies. Like, the name behind them, just the look of them, the fucking straps, the Velcros, it's the ones I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they are hard. That looks like a completely different shoe.
Yeah, it is the only Jordan shoe that I kept once I got out of, like, shoe collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sold everything else, but those are the ones I kept.
Yeah, I do like a Jordan 8. So, really, Zig Tag was right before Jordan 9s.
Yes.
And then Jordan 8s are above it.
Yeah,
Jordan
I like
10s.
the 10s.
I do too. These are basic, but well.
Good. Yeah, they did it well.
Yeah. Jordan 7s.
I like those.
I fucking love these.
Yeah.
There's some colorways of these.
The Olympic colorway is fucking hard as
Yes.
shit. Yeah, goddamn.
They went insane with the 7s.
I think the Bordeaux's are that shoe line too, and goddamn, it's such a good colorway.
Jordan 13s.
Yep. I love those. The fucking mesh on them.
Yeah.
They look like dinosaur feet.
They do.
I fucking love them.
They do. And it's great. It's so good.
In the best way.
Yeah. Oh, we're in the top 10. 10 was the Jordan 7s.
Yeah.
9 is Jordan 13s. 8 is Jordan 12s.
Flu games.
Yeah, I love these.
Yeah. Yeah, those are so great.
Yeah, even if there weren't, like, the flu games to it, they're hard.
Yeah.
They're so good.
I love that. I love those shoes. I love that fucking colorway.
Yeah.
That black and yellow.
Yeah. This is Jordan 14s.
God damn, I love those.
I mean, they're pretty good.
Yeah. It's like I think they literally designed that off of a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like, that's why that logo's shaped like that and everything.
The Jordan 13s also look like
Yeah.
Ferrari. The Jordan 5s.
Fucking Bel Airs.
Dude,
the
the
Jordan
Jordan-
5 Bel Airs are like one of my favorite colorways of all time.
This piece right here, I thought was the coolest thing that's ever happened to shoes when it happened.
I thought that was amazing.
Just a little adjustable thing to hold your strings.
Finally.
It went so hard for no reason. All right, number 5, the Jordan 6s.
They're fucking
I love this
great.
colorway too.
Yeah.
It's so fucking hard.
Oh, the
Jordan
fours are
4s.
so good. Those probably have the best color. Them and the 11s, which we haven't seen, which they're probably going to be number 2, if I had to guess.
These were what made me not like Jordans because
Really?
they were the
Oh,
bulky.
yeah.
They're like what's now the style of like the dad shoes.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I actually really like these shoes now.
Yeah, they're fucking great.
3,
Oh, wow.
Jordan 11s.
Dude, the breads.
I own these.
Oh, my God.
I own this colorway. The black, white, and purple.
They have so many good ones. The Space Jam colorway, the, what is it? The Concords, the breads. They're fucking crazy, dude.
Number 2. What do you think it is?
It's got to be the 3s, right?
It is.
Oh, wow.
That elephant print's back.
Yep. God damn,
It
that
was
elephant
everywhere.
print.
It was everywhere.
It's been here the whole time.
It never left.
God damn, those look like skater shoes.
Yeah. I could live without this colorway. I think I do like these shoes in different...
Yeah, I used to have a pair of those in the cool gray colorway.
Yeah. See, like, I like this.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's number ones. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be.
The Jordan 1s. Air Jordan 1 High OG. Number 1 for a reason.
God, they're fucking great. Even the shoes, the OGs of those that are like the sole is coming off of them and is like splitting in half are like worth a lot.
Yeah. The off-whites of them.
Yeah. I wonder if like LeBron OGs will ever be like that. Or if that's kind of like exclusive to like Jordan hype.
I don't know. The LeBron ones, they kind of ain't hitting. I don't hate them, but they ain't hitting.
I think my favorite LeBrons were like the 4s and the 10s and the 9s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the 4s had the Fruity Pebble colorway, and I fucking love that idea.
Mm-hmm. How many shoes does he have?
Holy shit.
Is it a lot?
He's got to be up there now. Because I remember in high school, I had the 10s. I think my like sophomore year, I had the 10s. So he's got to be up there by now.
We'll quickly look through these, and I guess then we'll be done.
I have to piss so bad. My dick hurts.
Jordan 1s, okay.
Yeah.
Jordan 2s. Or LeBron 2s?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. LeBron 3s?
No.
4s?
I love those.
They're so big.
They're so bulky and goofy looking.
I like them. I don't really love them.
Nah. They're kind of boring. Yeah, I really did like them.
Yeah, but I think they're just not great now. Yeah. These were like the first LeBrons that went super fucking hard, though.
Yeah.
I don't love them now.
Yeah.
But
looking back at it, I don't like them.
Yeah.
No. This is when I started loving LeBrons. Those were fucking great.
Yeah. Jordan 9 or LeBron 9s.
God, I love those.
The LeBron 10s.
Yup.
Fucking.
That's when he was at the Heat too.
Yeah.
Because that's why we got like the Miami Dolphins colorway, and god damn, that was such a good era.
The 11s.
Yeah, they're kind of like the 10s.
They look very similar, but these look like cleats.
They do.
But I don't hate it.
Yeah.
The 13s.
I
think it's too much, and I think the next ones I think look like these, but are better. No,
they're actually worse. Actually, a lot worse.
14s are.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. 15s. I like the 15s. I think this is a weird ass colorway, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't know why they went with that one for the picture.
16s.
Yeah,
they're not bad.
Yeah.
17s.
No,
I like these. I don't love this colorway.
They do the backward swoosh again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they did it with that. I feel like that should have been just a 10 thing.
Travis Scott does it too in all of his.
I don't really care.
I mean, they go hard. 18s, weird ass colorway. The showing. 19.
Kinda. I don't know. They kind of remind me of the 10s, but like the creator was like on meth whenever they made it.
The next ones are Witness 6.
What? Yeah, because I know he has like a subline called like the Zoom Soldiers or whatever.
Yeah. And that's that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let you...
Yeah, thanks, man. I've already kind of started.